This broadcast is inappropriate for all ages, right here on Gaming Division. Hi, I'm Kamurai, and we are back with a little bit more of Oknytt. I swear, I hope I'm saying that right. Probably don't even have the right title there. I'll have to fix all this later. It's a mess, and I can't access the thumbnail I want because I don't have that drive installed right now. But I'm going to put this controller down, grab the mouse, and let's ignore this cat that's bothering me. So I still have the stuff from... Okay, I was wrong.
The small creature had reappeared in another circle of mushrooms, much like the one the creature had entered not long ago.
Okay, I'm going to try to slow this down compared to the first chapter.
I guess there's no point in going back to the farm.
The small creature stated with a determined nod.
Touch all the things.
The stone was far too heavy. Below the alv tree.
Give me the stick.
These runes look familiar.
Yeah, let me pick up the tree. Come on. Come on.
The old trees. A tree, old and robust, was standing at the edge of the lake. Along the bark there were...
I wonder how old I will become before I begin to wither away.
Oh, okay, well that was creepy. I hit this and somebody peeks out from behind the tree. So there's like a goblin or something back there. There's something swimming in the lake. Oh, that lights up the sacrificial stone. Oh, it burnt the little stick. Oh, that's odd.
The moldy stick had suddenly been set aflame and quickly burned to a crisp. All that remained was a pile of ash and a small piece of the charred stick. A group of Alvor had suddenly appeared up in the tree's canopy.
Well, they appeared when I hit the button. It wasn't really suddenly. Okay, so now that the chick's charred, I can probably touch it. The stick is charred. I can probably touch it.
The creature picked up.
Lake shore or... Well, I guess I'm going to the lake shore. There's not really anywhere else I can go, is there? Is there?
This surely is a beautiful place. But why did the Elf Queen send me here?
The creature wondered as it looked out across the glimmering lake, doubting that there would be a place for someone such as it along its shores.
You think you're an ugly little rat and there's no place for you in the world, huh?
The small creature was tempted to enter the... The small creature lifted the ring and let it fall down again with a thud.
I wonder if it's actually like a door knocker.
After getting entangled in the fishing net for a while, the small creature finally managed to pick it up.
I would have liked to seen that animation, I'll be honest. Okay, can I take a pod?
The small creature
And then a turtle ate him! Oh.
The water wasn't shallow enough.
Okay, so can I use the fishing net to grab the bottle?
No.
I need a stick or something? Glades or the forest edge? No, wait, hold on. Where did I just come from? I just came from the sacrificial stone. Let's go to the forest edge. Oh, actually, let's go back to the lake shore, because I did forget to do a couple things. So is Creepy McCreeperson back if I hit that? Apparently not. Let's see what happens if I hit... Oh, there's Creepy McCreeperson. Nakin? Is that like a small kraken?
The small creature suddenly felt an urge to...
Apparently don't like water.
As the creature opened its mouth to introduce itself, Naken began to speak. "Why, hello there, little one. Who might you be?" Naken said with a charming smile. The creature began, but Naken quickly interrupted. "Aren't you a talkative little one?"
But
The small creature tried, but Naken interrupted once more. "Is there anything you can do besides staring like an imbecile?" Naken continued, now with a snide smirk on his face.
Nakin's a dick.
"Just stare at me. Stare like those pesky Alvor swirling around in the trees with their magic, flaunting their melodies as if they think them to be better than mine. Preposterous. The lake is my domain, and mine alone. If only I could leave the water, I might be able to get a hold of their secrets," Naken muttered as he stroked his chin.
If you're
in
better than them,
thought.
why do you need their secrets?
Anyway, my problems with the Alvor are none of your business. Why don't you use your tiny little feet and skip away out of my sight, like a little bunny? Hop, hop, Naken exclaimed, making a waving gesture towards the small creature.
I don't like Nakin. Those wisps. These mushrooms have eyes. I was kind of hoping the wind would blow the bottle over. Oh, can I use the net on Nakin? Oh. Okay. There might be water in the barrel. It's a magic tree stump. I have no idea what that is.
these mushrooms look different from the ones.
It's because we can talk, bitch.
The toadstool trembled slightly. Red toadstools had spread.
These mushrooms.
Really?
The toad. Red toad. With just a faint touch, the bark cracked and fell down into the small creature's hand.
These mushrooms are gonna eat me.
The dead tree had nothing.
Well, okay, the bottom doesn't do anything. Let's touch the snail mucus.
The adhesive mucus was too sticky for.
What if I used a charred stick? What if... I don't know. Okay.
As the small creature touched one of the stones, a few pebbles rocked loose and fell into the well. In the clearing, there was a long.
That's actually dried up.
It looks depleted. I wonder if there could be something down there.
Can I throw the koi to the well? Is it a wishing well? Aw.
The toadstool. The small creature grasped after the natrum up in the dead.
Do I even have hands? I don't know.
The Natrum is always moving from place to place, searching for something not visible to normal eyes, unable to rest until it has found what it is looking for. Taking the shape of a raven, it can only be seen during these darkest of nights, spreading its black wings across the sky.
Oh, it's not spreading its wings, and if it's in the shape of a raven, how do I know it's a Natrum?
"Hello!" the small creature said as loud as it could, trying to get the attention of the Natram up on the tree branch.
Oh, that's grim.
Missing its right. "Who are you?" the small creature asked politely, even though the Natram hadn't responded to its greeting. The Natram twitched its head back and forth to be able to study the creature thoroughly. Then it started to speak.
Yes, yes, I can see your past. You are a very helpful creature. Kind, yes. Risen from the grave, familiar, yes. But the future, I cannot see. No, no. The future lies within the right eye. Yes, the right eye will tell you what is about to come. Once the right eye is back in the void, the future will reveal itself before your very eyes, yes.
The Natrum called out, clacking with its beak.
The Natrum seems to have like a very contrary definition, because it would seem that the Natrum is like very preoccupied with doing something, but it's obviously not at all. Make a sticky net. Alright, fine. We'll go to the blades or whatever. Knacking. Does Twitch even have me? Nope. I forgot to edit this up. It's Oknytt. Yeah, it's Oknytt. I've been saying it wrong again. You would think I would care just a little bit here. Let's go ahead and fix this. Alright, so maybe the creeper soon? Something's in that bush. Something weird's going on. Alright. There's an owl there that apparently I can go eat.
The small creature quietly listened as the wingless alva beat.
Okay, so maybe I can use the hollow
The
shell
small
or the net to catch the owl. Nettles are bad. Why am I trying to touch them?
I knew I shouldn't have touched them.
the sm-
I apparently can't get the owl yet. But I have a fishing net. Really? What can I do? It doesn't seem right. None of these seem like good options for nettles. I need something that like cuts. I'm very confused by what water's doing in this scenario. What is this? Of having lost the ability to see into the future, the man in the lake seems jealous of the Alvar's power. That's all true, and I don't know what you want me to do about it. Only reason I got through the first one so quickly this time is I already knew everything. I will very oddly. Oh, can I? No. Can I use it on anything?
That's not how it...
I wondered. Maybe if I put something else on the stone. Maybe that's the way to go. We know it's gonna burn whatever I put there. Oh, come on.
The small creature placed the bulrush pods on
Why
the
the
stone.
pods and not the dried flowers? Light it up!
As the bulrush began to smolder, a trail of smoke emerged and began its journey towards the sky.
Because that's where smoke goes.
As the alvor started to cough from the thick smoke, a thin trail of alv dust fell from one of them, forming a small pile on the ground.
Oh, it's like an owl poop. Really? Oh, you can bet I'm gonna get it. It's just a matter of how.
The small creature...
So, you think if I give the dust to Nakin, he'll stop being such a pain in the ass? I just want to see maybe that was possible. Alright, no, I didn't want to do that one. It's just... I think if I did water, it would put it out, but last time water was a thing in the lake. Okay. Let's go back to the shore. I'm gonna offer it to Nakin. Not that like I would really want to give it to him because he's such a jerk, but oh, I got an idea. Let's try it on that first. No. Maybe he'll trade me the dust for that bottle because I could use a bottle.
The small creature poured the glowing alv dust into the lake.
This feeling, I can feel them. Their power coursing through me.
Maybe you aren't as useless as I thought.
Here's a bottle for your troubles.
I'm sure you can use it for whatever it is you do, Nakin said with a sarcastic look.
You may still be able to prove yourself slightly competent. Get me one of their melodies. I want to see for myself just what makes their songs so captivating. Your reward will be greater next time.
Greater than a bottle? I don't know. That's a pretty fancy bottle. I actually, that seems like a programming mishap. I shouldn't be able to use items on the scene that I'm not in. If I could bottle nettles, it'd be awesome.
The small creature quietly listened as the wingless Alva began to sing a sad, enchanting melody while looking towards the dark sky.
I'll give it the one thing that's not useful would be the equivalent of like not being able to fly or whatever. Alright, so let's head back. Talk to Knack and the Terrible. I think I need to give him that. Well, was I supposed to use the shell?
You may still be able to prove yourself slightly competent. Get... No.
There's gotta be a way. The hollow shell's gotta have something to do with it. That's like a fairy tale symbolism for bloody song magic.
The small
We burn away the nettles. I'm obviously missing something. Jeez. Okay, so he's only interested in talking to me if I have the thing. Wait a minute, was that mushroom like that before?
They seem to be spreading fast through the...
The toadstool trembled. Red toadstool.
I don't remember him being there. So let's go back and check if... I think there's more of them. I don't... Let me make a torch. There's definitely more of them now. I have to be able to use a stale mucus or something. I break the bottle, I threaten the, I don't know. I should be able to, like, put the glue on there and then I christen the... Okay, so that activates the snail. I just pour some water in the ground. That makes it glow. That makes him go choo-choo-poo, choo-poo. So I guess you're missing your eye, right? You like shiny things? There's no logic to follow. It's just... Use all combinations of the things you have. Boogie boogie. Talk to me, mushrooms.
Red toe.
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm clicking on them. Jerk. Throw a coin at her.
No.
Oh, hold on. I just had an idea. Maybe I can use the fishing net as a ladder to get into the well. And now I gotta use that iron ring for something later, but I think it's to tie something to it. Oh, look at that! I unlocked a new area. And he could not get down this well any slower if he tried. Part of me is hoping that I come down here and I learn the secret languages of the mushroom. You didn't work
They seem to be spreading.
No. Well, I already know his name. Alright, so maybe I
After
can
much
dig up
effort,
something at some point. Can I just keep doing that? Oh, it toggles on and off. Interesting. Oh, a little spring. That's cute. His beating heart. Kalima. Kalima. Alright.
as the small creature reached the bottom of the well, it was welcomed by two glaring eyes staring at it suspiciously.
Hello?
The small creature said, meeting the eyes' glaring gaze. The pair of eyes kept staring at the creature as if they were waiting for something. The creature could feel the eyes burrowing into it like daggers and began to look around the well to avoid the eyes' penetrating gaze.
You have a very nice home down here in the well.
The small creature said in an attempt to get the one on the wall to talk. Without having blinked once, the eyes were still maintaining their intense stare. After a moment of silence, the broomscuba started to speak.
Well, aren't you going to say anything? You barge into my home, uninvited I might add, and you don't even have the manners to introduce yourself. Who do you think you are? I
We don't know, right?
I did introduce myself.
The small creature mumbled, hurt by the broomscuba's harsh accusation.
Not a day goes by without someone new falling down into my well. All you do is stare at me. It's rude, that's what it is. You think it's good manners to just come down here and do as you please?
He must not be on
Where are the
pier.
gifts? The knock on the lid and the water? Where is my damn water? I'm not much of a guardian with nothing to guard now, am I?
The broomscuba muttered as he inspected the creature.
Can you hear me?
The small creature asked cautiously.
Bah, this one doesn't even understand it has, by far, overstayed its welcome.
the Broom Scuba said to himself with a sigh.
Scram, come back when you got something to say. You're a real eyesore.
I don't think he can hear me very well.
The small creature thought to itself as it glanced at the Broom Scuba, still maintaining his terrifying gaze while mumbling to himself.
Interesting.
Broom Scuba, our guardian deity,
That's great.
the stench emanating from the broom.
Alright, I can get that. Can I hit him with a shovel? No. I mean, is there not like a little spring though?
Can you hear me now?
The small creature asked as it placed
Oh,
the
that's-
shell
that's
in the
really
Broom
smart.
Scuba's
I
ear.
don't know if I would have thought of that.
What?
The Broom Scuba's fierce stare disappeared abruptly upon the surprising discovery.
I haven't had any visitors speaking to me in a long time. Very well. Good manners is a rare thing these days. I suppose you could have one of the gifts I've been given over the years. Cherish it like I have, and you will surely find it useful one day.
I will. Thank you.
The small creature said with a humble bow.
Fantastic. What did I get? A muddy tablet. Can I clean it? We'll get to that, I'm sure. Would you like a stick? Hit him with the stick. No. Fine. Alright, I got a muddy tablet. I really don't think that's gonna work out. Alright, so let's... I'm hoping the shovel works on the nettles. That's really what I want. Maybe with him still being a jerk, I can't. Good shot. Yes!
With the help of the shovel, the small creature managed to remove a large enough section of the nettles for it to pass through.
Yay. Brambles?
A branch covered in berries came loose as the creature grasped it with its hand.
Ooh. That's probably for my guy in the well. I would imagine. Can I just take her?
As the small creature's hand got closer, the Alva looked up.
Hello there. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
The small creature said anxiously as it approached the Alva on the stone, hoping that she would not turn away at the sight of it. The Alva slowly looked up at the creature as she wiped away a tear rolling down her chin.
What's the matter?
The small creature asked as it tilted its head in wonder. The Alva gave the creature a sad look before turning round to expose her wingless back.
I see.
The small creature said.
Please don't cry. Perhaps I can help you. Don't worry.
The Alva clutched her hands together and looked at the creature with pleading eyes.
I might be in over my head this time. I hope I can keep my promise.
the creature thought as it slowly walked away.
The idea of being able to fly like that and then lose it is insane. Like, we see it in the Maleficent. Like, that's, I just so can't imagine that at all. And then oh, I have nettles. Interesting. And I have a thorny branch. Really need to get the guy some water, I'm sure. Oh, hold on. Can I give her the... No? Can I hit her with the stick? Jeez. I really gotta get that guy some water. But yeah, and then there's a series of books, the...
I've never met
Hollow?
someone as
Oh.
beautiful as her, but still she appears so sad.
The creature looked down at its tiny hands.
If there is some way for me to make her smile, I want to find it.
Okay, so there's a book called The Hollow series by Kim Harrison. There is a pixie character in that, and like pixies and fairies don't get along. Like, pixies are vegetarian, they live off nectar and such. Fairies are like the carnivorous version. So the fairies come in, do the gardens, and eat all the bugs that help maintain the garden with the pixies, so that they don't get along. There's a group of fairies that actually gets their wings clipped, and one of them sticks around as a main character, and it is crazy sad. I just don't even know. Like, and she was a good character too. I think she was better
Yeah.
because mostly because we got to see her around, but partly because of she got her wings clipped, and she was forced to spend time with pixies, the enemy. But it's one of these worlds where like fantasy creatures and everything are legalized along with everything else, so it's not like vampires aren't killed on sight anymore, and werewolves aren't killed on sight, but everybody's very organized and good-natured about things. So, like, you would think in that world, even like the wee folk would be able to adapt. I need water. This isn't the craziest of ideas. It's either one of these areas I should be able to hit water and start something, but I can't.
The toadstools are spreading rapidly. If nothing is done, they'll cover both me and my well. Stop them, I beg you.
Okay. I'm all for that. I don't know how to do that, though. You want to give me a little bit more?
The toadstools are...
Broonscuba, our guardian.
Alright, so can I do this?
Red toadstool.
Yep. I can see that.
The toadstool.
They seem to be spreading fast through the...
Can I hit it with the stick? Oh, really?
The broonscuba let out a calm sigh at the sight of the nettles.
That should do the trick, at least for a while.
The broonscuba looked at the creature.
You need to escape this place. You can't stay here. The toadstools will soon engulf this part of the forest. Hurry! Flee while you still can.
I thought you were thirsty. She seems so sad without wings. so
The creature didn't.
alright, jeez. So giving the nettles didn't do anything but help him out a little bit, which I'm all for. Was there a bonus thing where I was supposed to smash this? I think there was. Shit, I can't go back. I don't have the hammer anymore. Maybe if... Could I hit it with a stick? Alright, let's... I don't know what would make the Alvor smile. Creepy Creeperson back there. Okay. Something's playing in the lake. Just throw a bottle at it. I mean, there's lots of weirdness going on here. I don't know why one thing works and another thing doesn't. Can I throw it in the lake? Can I get some water? It's like I can only do earth and water here, and they don't really do anything. So let's. You know what? I think I have overlooked these. Can I take any of these mushrooms? Is that a thing I can do?
The mushroom caps felt soft. The small creature had reappeared.
I guess there's no point in going.
No, I agree, but... Can I put the paper back in the bottle? Making pressure the coin. And I can make a sale? Okay, so I don't know if I'm making a little boat like that, or if it's to start fires. Confused. He wants a melody. How do we know that's not? Clean it. Such poop.
If I was big enough, I could put this on my finger.
A post with an iron ring.
So I want to use it as a
The
ring
small
for
creature
somebody?
lifted the ring.
I mean, it is a ring, but like I actually want to use it as jewelry? That doesn't add up. Okay, and the whisk thing doesn't really do much. Yay, there's wind. Is there anything besides mushrooms? There's mushrooms and mushrooms and more mushrooms.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, we might as well go down there and give it a shot, because I'm to that point in these types of games where I'm just kind of like, I don't know, maybe it could be a thing, and then sometimes it's a thing, and oftentimes it's very much not. Alright, so, can I set the nettles on fire? Is that a thing? I mean, what is it? What's the difference in that for him?
You need to flee the...
Yeah, his heart glows. Big deal. He wants me to flee. Okay, the only other thing I can think of is to go back and to give her the bark and stick, and like she can treat it like a little boat. I'm running out of ideas. If I can't use the bottle in the lake anyways, can I put her in the bottle? Can I put the brambles in the bottle? No? Screw all of you. I got excited for like half a second. What's in the bush?
The small creature quietly listened as the winglet.
Can I write it down? Finally.
If it's not too much trouble, do you think you could share your beautiful song with me?
The small creature asked nervously. The wingless Alva's face.
Okay, sorry about that. That took forever. Give Nacken the horrible his little thing.
Why don't you come out in the water and give it to me? It's a little cold, yes. But once you're in, that feeling will soon
He's
go
about
away.
to kill me.
Trust me, Nacken said with an encouraging smile.
I think I have to come up with another way to give this to him.
The small creature thought to itself as it stood on the shore looking out.
Okay, so what that means is I put it in the pot. Come on!
You may still be able to prove yourself slight.
I have the melody. You won't come to close enough to the shore to
Why
get it.
don't you come out in the water?
So my clues. Alright, I have the melody. Let me bloody well get on with it. Oh, maybe I can talk to the Kamurai. Seriously?
Once the right eye is back in the void, the future will...
The dead tree had no.
What about all the magic inside? Let's set it on fire. This is the problem I have with these games, is that you can very reasonably do several different things with these, and then it just comes down to some weird arbitrary combination. Okay, so I finally got a melody from her. Yeah, let's burn it. That's a great idea. Can I talk to the tree? Really?
I wonder how old I will become.
That's not what I wanted.
A tree, old and
Come on.
the old.
The creepy guy behind. Can I call out to him? I phone a friend. What if I talk to the guy in the well? I know he's not really caring much for me at the moment. Well, he is, but that's why he wants me gone. Knackenbird won't actually be helpful. I can't actually get water for whatever reason. So frustrating. Alright.
No.
No. There's literally nothing in this bloody well.
You need to flee this.
I'm sure he'll say the same thing.
You need to
without
flee
it.
this.
Just out of curiosity's sake, I'm gonna leave it alone. Man, it's so apparent I'm not good at these games. I should not be doing this. Can I sing to the mushrooms? Set them on fire. Can't feed them. Weirdos. Like, I would love to clean this tablet. I would love to get some water in that bottle to give to the guy who said he was thirsty. So we got the dust poop. We talked. We'll go back and talk to her again. Maybe if I try to explain it to her, she'll freak out. Set us in the right direction. I think I thought about it for a second. Who wants these blasted berries in?
The small
Oh yeah, that makes her glow. I absolutely love it. If, like,
She seems so unhappy.
a beautiful wing. As the small
put her in the bottle. If I could go to the wing store and get her wings, I would. But I can't do that first one. I have the melody, but he won't take it. And I have no idea where the guy's eyeball is unless it's back at the scarecrow, which I can't go to.
The water looks awfully dark.
The small creature said as it saw the rocks get swallowed up by the water over and over again. The lake was still, its dark water silently reflecting the full. The small creature
I don't want to enter the water. I want to touch it. Wait, what was that?
How wonderful it would be if they could shine like that forever.
even during a night as dark as this one, the clear sky, no matter how.
Okay, so that makes me feel like I might have missed something else that was like in the background somewhere. And the dog outside isn't shut up. I'm about to go kill it. I do not understand how I can hear the dog. If it's a feral dog, then no one's gonna care if I kill it. Ugh. I don't want it to kill it, I don't want it to die, I just want it to shut up. For the record, for anyone who thinks I'm being too much or whatever.
Now Kraken is a being that is said to dwell within the deepest lakes and rivers of the land. Lone travelers have been known to hear his ominous song as they take a moment to rest at the water's edge. If they find themselves, the small creature suddenly
Oh, I was gonna say. Throw it to the night sky. If I put it back in the bottle, it'd be fine. I feel like I lost already because I didn't know like this one thing I was supposed to do.
the stone was
I really don't want to take the stone.
the bulrush had begun to
I never imagined those small things being able to create such an amount of smoke.
the creature said to itself, watching the smoke being carried away with the wind.
Sorry, I'm a little upset that ugh. Wait a minute. What's the other thing? Where? I don't understand. What was the thing for? This is totally boring, I know, but I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong in the beginning because I'm trying to make sure that didn't screw me over in the second. And I guess the dried flowers don't have anything to do with anything. Is there an option to just open everything? No. Of course there's not. Okay, there apparently is one area I haven't unlocked. Oval glade. Oh, glade. Oh, whoa. Okay, so I'm trying not to actually give it away, but supposedly I should be going between the glade and the old well. Let me make sure. Nope, that is not. Nope. Okay, did that. I'm going to murder somebody. I did this a dozen times. Oh my god.
You may The small...
Okay, how do I
The
get
small...
Oh, I have to use wind. Okay. Jeez.
Now, this
Okay.
is surprising.
Oh, hey,
Very
King Jones.
well.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying. The
suppose you
point of this was to
have
test my
somewhat of a
hardware.
reward.
To make
Look
sure
into
that I
the
got
shallow
crashes
water
out
at
of the
your
way.
feet.
I
There
think
should be
I
something
got rid of it.
suitable
I think it was
buried in the
just extra
sand.
drivers and video
As
to
the
put on
creature
there.
searched
It's
the
so
bottom,
angry with all
it
my
found
stuff.
a large mussel.
So after I get done with this
Now, I don't
chapter,
have time for you anymore. With this
I'm gonna
melody and
put it all
my
back together,
ability,
call
I'll
it a
be
night.
able to surpass all others. As Nakan disappeared into the murky water, a subtle violin could be heard stemming from the depths of the lake.
Yeah, I never liked you anyways. Alright, so...
Using the iron ring, the creature was able to break the mussel. As it shattered, a gleaming pearl was revealed.
So I'm gonna try to give that...
The creature reached...
I take the smash
The
potion
cracked
too?
mussel.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to give that to my little girlfriend. I don't know if she'll want it or not. But if she doesn't, then maybe it's the Raven's Eye,
No.
or the guy in the well can use it. Doo-da, doo-da. Killing kitties all night long, all live long day. So, yep, that's his eyeball.
The void
which
has
is
been
weird.
closed, and once again the coming times are mine to behold.
The natrum croaked as it stared into the distance.
Your future is dark, yes, tumbling down into nothingness. The darkness swallows you whole, yes. There is more, crumbling, yes, crumbling, and then a light shining through the darkness. Escape quickly, escape the darkness, or it will swallow you once again.
The natrum went silent as it once again stared into the distance. As the natrum finished its foretelling of the small creature's fate, it spread its wings and flew away over the trees, bringing the conversation to an abrupt end.
Yep.
Maybe
So all my
I can use
conversations
these
end.
to help the sad over.
The creature said, watching the natrum's silhouette grow smaller.
Yeah, I don't think that's how wings work. Just being honest. I finally can
Using
use
the
this.
sticky mucus, the creature was able to glue together.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm right here. Let me just go down there and see what he has to say about wings. Oh, just take longer to crawl down the well. Like I'm really wanting to talk at this point. Alright, whatever. You're fired. swear that one mushroom's wearing a belt. So are these. Alright, so let's see how horribly this goes. She's got magic, maybe she can make them work.
Here you go. Wings.
The small creature said cheerfully and held out its creation. The alva gave the two feathers glued together by the snail mucus a doubtful look.
Try them on.
The small creature exclaimed. The alva stood up and tried to put the wings on her back, but they just fell to the ground. They were simply too heavy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will bring you something else.
The small creature stuttered, its face turning slightly red. The alva let out a disappointed sigh and once more sat down on the stone, resting her head in her tiny hands.
This feels like a very disturbing metaphor for something else. And the wings are just gone. Now that he's gone, can I use the lake to get water? Is that an option
As
now?
the creature turned around, it noticed the increasing amount of ominous toadstools beginning to move a bit too close for comfort. Heeding the Broonscuba's warning, it decided to find a way to leave the lake.
The sad alva.
The small creature said,
Well, yeah, that's kind of been a priority, right? To So I can't get to the sacrificial stone anymore, which is interesting. I don't know where I'm gonna get away from all the red mushrooms.
"You need to flee this place. You..."
I have at a loss again. What in the world? Oh.
No. No.
Okay, I did some
That's
stuff
not
out of
how
order.
it happened.
That's why. That's why. So hopefully... If Alva talked, I'd be like, cool, I get a nice little sidekick. Oh, that's interesting. She's trying to get away from the mushrooms? It looks like they move. Like when I'm not looking, they don't just like spring up. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're moving in on me. But they were trembling when I tried to touch them, so they're not scared of me at all? Or maybe they just were confident because they have numbers now. Or they're magically controlled by a witch. Oh, there's one right here.
A few squeaking nestlings.
What are you so worked up about?
The blind chick eagerly nibbled.
Alright, so I feel like I don't want to do fire.
She needs my help.
The creature
She needs...
Okay, that's fine. I get that she needs our help. Well, Chrome just crashed. I mean, that was interesting. Let's keep going. Alright, I guess we talk to the hag.
The hag was tenderly staring her hot concoction, only stopping briefly to look up at her scrawny younglings. In her hand she held the wingless Alva, ominously dangling her back and forth beside the large cauldron.
Okay, there's four...
The hag prefers to build her nest on top of tall mountains, spreading her
vile whatever. Trying to get the thing to work. So, like, she doesn't look like a bird compared to these guys. I don't enjoy this a whole lot.
Hello? Would you please put her down? You're hurting her.
Not gonna feed
the small creature said warily, but got no response. The old hag was too...
So maybe if I activate water.
The cauldron was filled with...
It smells funny. I wonder...
The creature didn't want to move.
I do have a bottle.
The creature filled the bottle with a fresh...
Something seems to be missing.
The creature said as it watched the colorless brew.
Alva. Oh, really? No.
The hag was tenderly staring her hot... The hag prefers to build her nest on top of tall mountains.
Totally waiting for this to be me dying.
The old hag would...
Okay, so let's try this. Let's try water. Water actually do anything? Well, that did something. What did it do? A little tremor. I assume that the water cooled off somehow. The wind's doing much. To make her drool? I don't know. Jeez. Stupid blackberries.
The old hag. The old...
She needs my help.
I'm not trying to leave. I'm just trying to figure out bloody options. Can I hit spacebar? Can I hit cruise here? Oh, wait a minute. really? I can do this?
As the creature fed the warm brew to the squeaking chick, it coughed up a decomposing part of a previous
Oh,
meal.
God.
Upon being fed, the chick quietened down, and a content look came over its previously agitated face. Meanwhile, the creature took the opportunity.
Gross. Stiff rat tail. Why do they all throw up? Really onion. Like, it's not like he's pouring it off either. It's he is very much like dipping the bottle in and hurting himself somehow in this process. Piece of sugar beet. There better not be like I have to do this in like the magic combination either. That'll be very irritating. I'm sure. Let's do that. Sweet brew. Putrid hogweed. Acidic brew. Now, unless I can add. Seriously? I am not entirely sure I want to do this. Yeah, so I need to get a brew. Jeez. Now, I think adding the sugar beet will give me the flammable. No. So I actually need oily onion. Is that what this is? Which will give me the flammable brew, and then I can light it up by sparking the thing. Okay. It took me a minute, but we got there. Wait, what? I'm not sure I understand.
No. No.
What? so confused. That makes perfect sense. And it doesn't even give me like a no or something, it just retracts the foot when I get too close. I can do it from like this special angle? No. It just retracts your foot. So the only way I can think of to change this okay, so let's see. So let's do this. So gross. Can I just feed this to one of them? Because I want the acidic brew. I guess I need to do that. God. Okay, so how did I get the children? I think I gave it to this guy. No, he gave me the oily onion. Can I just feed it? So that gives me the flammable again. Testing. Kind of testing there. Yeah, so he always gives me the rat tail no matter what I feed him. Chill brew, so let's try putting that.
No.
Oh, so actually now I gotta know. Oh, there's a pole here. Alright, well now I got something else to play with. Very, very sad that it took me that long to figure that out. Let's see, there's chilled, flame, sweet, and acidic. Let's go acidic. Can I just keep refilling it and get whatever I want from them? Is that an option? Okay, so if I get, so that was the acidic, so if I get,
The corrosive brew had severed the rope, but the sack of ingredients had become...
What's that dangling up there?
a large pole used for suspending ingredient.
So, okay, so... Flame, I guess?
Something seems to be me.
It's a lot of turnaround, or it's a lot of overhead between turnarounds. So flammable. Can I do this? So it doesn't want flammable. Try doing sweet. Maybe I can get that idiot to nab it. I would like to note too that it's note of refusals. And no, that's not what happened. But of course, he sat around and did this forever. No. Oh. It actually loosened it? I'm confused now. The ingredients just gone? What? So very confused. Okay, so I used the acidic, right? There's gotta be a key, right? That... No? Hold on, now there's enough steam in her face that maybe she won't notice. I hate this part. There we go.
As the fire blazed, sparks from the embers landed on the hag's foot, igniting the flammable brew. Aggravated by the burn, she quickly released the wingless alva from her clutch, turning her attention towards the small creature.
I'd better hurry.
It exclaimed.
Okay, so we've gotten to chapter 3, so I'm going to save it and end the cast here. I'm sorry that I'm so bad at these. I really am. I need to get better at being funny so that it's more entertaining. But I'm actually interested in this story, and it's a very interesting little game, if nothing else. So we went into the hole. We've got an alva
As
friend.
soon as the alva fell from the hag's grasp,
Are you all right?
it asked. The alva gave the creature a faint smile, removing a couple of pebbles from her fragile hands.
At least she won't be able to get us down here. Why do you think she was so interested in you?
That's a
The
foot.
alva tilted her head, apparently as puzzled as the small creature.
Well, no matter now. I guess we need to explore these caves for another exit.
The creature said.
I still have a promise to keep, don't I?
The wingless alva looked up at the creature, her glow slightly more vibrant than before.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and save it there. Thank you for joining me on this adventure with Oknytt. Oknytt, right? Yes. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. I am Kamurai, and that's game over. If you want to see what else we're up to, go ahead and click the annotations, and they'll take you to our other channels. Thanks for watching.